Hello, faithful adventurers. Here we go again. Um, yeah, I know I've been doing a lot of these videos, but here's the thing: I'm really enjoying doing them. I think they're fun, and it's really great to sort of interact with all you guys and girls and just have fun. With this, it's a good laugh. So there are more rants on the way. Like yesterday, I did a rant video and I did one of these videos. So like you get both, if you know what I mean. So I will do another rant after this, but I don't know if I'll do it today, but certainly by tomorrow. Anyway, the other thing is, I'm really impatient and I want to know what's going to happen. So if you haven't been following this is a choose your own adventure book called Knightmare, The Labyrinths of Fear. And we are guiding our intrepid adventurer Mike on his way to, actually, we don't know what he's trying to accomplish, but he's trying to accomplish something, and I'm sure it's important. Alright, so the gist is I read a passage and then you're presented with like a puzzle or a riddle or something like that. You guys have to solve it, and then based on your answers, we move to another bit of the book and we find out whether you've killed Mike or not. Alright, so we were confronted by a Knights Templar called Sir Tobias, who gave us a riddle to try and prove that we were not a goblin, which was, I am 32 years old, and I'm twice as old as my squire was when I was the same age he is now. How old is my squire? I don't know why this proves that you're not a goblin, but apparently this is the key test to find out whether you're a bit goblin-y. So the three answers were 16, 20, and 24. So you all voted. There were two of you voted for 16, none of you voted for 20, and 5 of you voted for 24. So it looks like it's 24. Now I have to say, I thought it was 16. So did Dave, so did Brady. You both thought it was 16. I kind of thought it was 16, and then the more I thought about it, I realised, no, wait a minute, it's 24. And Tamar Black on the comment section first put out that it was probably 24, and then Adawu said that it was 24 and gave good reasoning for it. So everyone else, and that seemed to turn Patimus's opinion. She'd originally put 16 as well, I think, but then she changed it to 24. But we'll let her change her mind because she has got such a fantastic taste in films. Alright, let's go then. 24. Turn to 27. I know I'm wearing a ridiculous jumper, but it's cold in Glasgow today. Very well, says Tobias. Clearly you are no devil spawn, as such creatures would not have the wit to solve my puzzles. From his disappointed tone, you infer that he would rather you had turned out to be a goblin, as then he could have had the pleasure of slaying you. It's not particularly nice. Again, I have no idea why this actually tests and proves that you're not a bit goblin-y. I would have thought you'd been able to tell by looking at you. After a pause, he adds, I don't know why I did that in his voice, that makes no sense, but the simple fact that you happen to be a human being does not prove you are true to the code of chivalry. Oh, I got a bit angry. Will you accept a further test? One that allows you to prove you are a true and pious adventurer. If you accept the challenge, turn to 39. If you wish, if you have had enough of Tobias's tests and just wish to be on your way, turn to 51. Right, here's the deal. I think I'm going to make the decision this time and take us on our merry way until we find something interesting. I know. Some of you may want to tell me where Mike's going to go. But alright, I'm going to say that I think we should accept the challenge. Because I'm thinking this guy's got something good that he can give us. So it says turn to 39. This time it is not a puzzle of logic, says Tobias sternly, but a matter of general knowledge. What is the capital of Mesopotamia? No, it doesn't say that. Tell me, what is the insignia of the Hospitallers? Treguard told you that Cedric the monk was once a Knight Hospitaller. But did he mention the symbol of the order? Decide which answer you will give. Oh dear. This must be referring to the short story that's at the start of this book, which you all haven't read. So you can't really answer. It's not really fair, is it? I didn't realize it was going to ask you questions about those short stories. I'll answer it because I'm a geek and I have actually read the answer. It's a white cross on a black background. Don't worry, you'll get your chance to make the decision in a minute. Tobias smiles, but this, if anything, is more frightening than his scowl. It's not very frightening, is it? Well done, youngster. You've answered correctly. He clasps your shoulder, and you feel an eerie tingling. Sounds a bit dodgy. Sorry. There, I reward you with a single use of the rat spell. On your way, adventurer. Okay, so we've got a spell now. And remember, the whole thing with the spells is I think you can only carry 3, and you can only use the spell once. On your way, adventurer. Turn to 51. Taking your leave of Tobias, who is surely as mad as any man you've met, you head through one of the doors and walk along a corridor which eventually brings you to a small, dank room. Out of a crack in the floor grows a gnarled vine. You examine it and see that the grapes are coated in a silvery bloom. If you want to eat some of the grapes, turn to 95. If you want to leave this room through the only exit, turn to 84. Okay, I'm going to give you my advice, but you guys can decide whether to take it or not. You examine the grapes and they're coated with a silvery bloom. But first of all, we're not injured, so we don't need to eat any food. So the only benefit of eating the food would be if it had some sort of magical power. But I'm thinking they might be poisoned. And I think you might kill Mike if you make him eat those grapes. Or at least take a health thing off of us. I don't know. I'm sure I remember stuff like this in the Knightmare TV series. That's the only reason I'm saying this. So it's up to you guys. So either we have to eat the grapes or we've just to leave the room through the only exit. What do you think, intrepid adventurers? More rants on the way.